Welcome to the third Spirituality and Leadership Workshop, where we will experience the third dimension of our spirituality, the axiological dimension, our values, engines of leadership. When we contemplate, we discover that in the world there is transcendence, goodness, beauty, and truth, that we all have transcendence, that we are all valuable, we all have values. Look at this image, how a mother discovered the beauty and goodness of her son. She values him, she loves him. Our contemplation helps us to discover our transcendence, our value as persons. Values help us to discover our personality, to build self-esteem, to build our transforming energy. We discover transcendence in others, we value them, and we create relationships, community, with shared feelings, companionship, and love. Values are energies of transformation. They motivate us, energize us, drive us to strive to build a better world. Values are the heart of a culture, its backbone. As an exercise in this workshop, I invite you to watch the following videos of leaders and reflect on how values played a crucial role in building leadership cultures that change the world of their organizations.
Now back in India, Gandhi founded an ashram, a self-reliant community, and sat at a wooden spinning wheel every day making thread for the dhoti. As he turned cotton into thread, he was showing Indians that instead of sending their cotton away to England to be made into textiles, they could make cloth themselves. Soon, people all over India were learning how to spin and weave. He held peaceful protests, willingly went to prison, and even staged hunger strikes against laws that he felt were unjust. One of those laws prohibited Indians from making their own salt. Gandhi decided he would walk 240 miles to the coast to protest the law, along with 78 followers. Soon they had swelled to 1,000. Once he reached the sea, Gandhi bent down and collected a few grains of salt. He had broken the law. Across the country, Indians did the same. They boiled salt water to extract the salt. They also boycotted British goods. 50,000 people were sent to prison, but the protesters committed no violence. Gandhi became known worldwide, and the British began to lose their grip on India.
We shall prove ourselves once more able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary, for years, if necessary, alone. We shall go on to the end. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender. Until in God's good time, the new world, with all its power and might, steps forth to the rescue and the liberation of the old.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream. I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Tell me, Francois, what is your philosophy on leadership? How do you inspire your team to do their best?
By example. I've always thought to lead by example, sir.
Well, that is right. That is exactly right. But how to get them to be better than they think they can be? That is very difficult, I find. Inspiration, perhaps. How do we inspire ourselves to greatness when nothing less will do? How do we inspire everyone around us? I sometimes think it is by using the work of others. On Robben Island, when things got very bad, I found inspiration in a poem.
A poem?
A Victorian poem. Just words, but they helped me to stand when all I wanted to do was to lie down. We need inspiration, Francois, because in order to build our nation, we must all exceed our own expectations.
To me, being perfect is not about that scoreboard out there. It's not about winning. It's about you and your relationship to yourself and your family and your friends. Being perfect is about being able to look your friends in the eye and know that you didn't let them down because you told them the truth. And that truth is that you did everything that you could. There wasn't one more thing that you could have done. Can you live in that moment as best you can with clear eyes and love in your heart? With joy in your heart. If you can do that, gentlemen, then you're perfect. I want you to take a moment and I want you to look each other in the eyes. I want you to put each other in your hearts forever, because forever is about to happen here in just a few minutes. Boys, my heart is full. My heart's full. Ivory.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, forever. Amen.
To me, marketing is about values. But the best example of all, and one of the greatest jobs of marketing the universe has ever seen is Nike. And yet, when you think of Nike, you feel something different than a shoe company. They honor great athletes, and they honor great athletics. That's who they are. That's what they are about. And the question we asked was, our customers want to know who is Apple and what is it that we stand for. Where do we fit in this world? Apple, at the core, its core value is that we believe that people with passion can change the world for the better. That's what we believe. And we believe that in this world, people can change it for the better. And that those people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that actually do. The theme of the campaign is Think Different. It's the people, honoring the people who think different and who move this world forward.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
And so we enter the second part of this workshop. Our values are drivers of a leadership culture. Our values provide a hierarchical order. They drive our vision of the future. They energize our mission. They are the heart of a mission. They build relationships, community with whom we share values. They are at the heart of our value-based discernment. They energize our power of transformation. Our values maximize the intellectual capital of a nation and organization. They help us to build human capital empowered by our values. They help build social capital, sharing values, discovering the value of the community, promoting a culture of trust, integration, and social commitment. They promote innovation, helping to build renewal capital. They promote maximum quality and continuous improvement, helping to build process capital. The axiological dimension of our spirituality defends values that energize and drive society towards a better reality, building a leadership culture that integrates and harmonizes society, better than individualistic cultures that atomize society and collectivist cultures that massify and flatten society and generate conflicts. This concludes our workshop. Our learning in this workshop was based on 6 excellent videos that show how values build leadership cultures, capable of transforming nations and organizations. Again, we concluded that our spirituality is valuable, With our values, each one of us can transform reality. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I invite you to visit my website, where you can download for free some books that I wrote, which contain the research material that give foundation to these workshops. You may be interested to go to the sources, to more than 500 thinkers who reflected on these issues. You can also find videos summarizing these books.